even more anticipated than the return of CM Punk is the return of Calling All Marks.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you, we have the greatest show of all time. We have a man that in his own modest way can tell you,
I don't like it. Just telling you the truth.
You like it?
No!
What?
Listen to my fucking ranting. Listen to what you do to me.
What?
I don't believe you anymore.
What?
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Hosted by
This guy that ran with every woman that would have him from the time he was 50.
What?
You like it?
Yeah.
You want one?
And 90,000 people watching.
Woo!
In my moment of glory. Yeah, no, I'm living a nightmare.
I don't trust you.
What a story, Mark.
The fuck does. You make me want to smoke. You fucked my damn...
Justin Draven.
Wow, Mr. Sarcasm.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So it's been an exciting week to be a wrestling fan. WWE brought back Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Becky Lynch, and John Cena. And AEW brought back CM Punk. And everyone's talking about CM Punk. Yet, the loyalists to WWE insist that Punk didn't move the needle, and yet they had to bring back all those people to try to move the needle for themselves. I don't know. Once again, seems like WWE is trying to counter-program AEW. I gotta admit, just like 10 years prior, CM Punk has brought me back to wrestling. Not gonna lie, I'm curious to see where this goes. I think he's gonna savor all the cheers until All Out. And that'll open the door up for Daniel Bryan to come in, get his moment, maybe start a feud with Punk, maybe start a feud with someone else, maybe Kenny. I think that'd be cool. Imagine Punk turns heel, and then all of a sudden you hear and the people would lose their minds. I think it might even get a bigger pop than CM Punk. Just a prediction. Because if there's anybody who can garner a louder pop than CM Punk, and consistently, it would be Bryan Danielson. Because it's happened before. And it makes me wonder if that's why they debuted Punk before Bryan. Because they knew he would get an overshadowing pop. Because the rumor was that Bryan Danielson was going to AEW before CM Punk.
What?
So why'd they debut Punk before Bryan?
What?
Is it because all parties involved don't want to risk the fact that if Bryan debuted first, that Punk's debut would be underwhelming? Not taking anything away from Punk, Bryan, AEW, anybody. Just a thought. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below.
What?
Because maybe I think Daniel Bryan might be a bigger star. Punk got a massive pop, and I think it's because it was a welcome back, like folk hero type pop. Daniel Bryan's still active. They'll just be straight up excited for him. That's what I think. I think Punk might have to prove himself again. And everyone thinks it's in a feud with MJF. I think Punk would obliterate MJF in a feud. Because I don't think MJF is that good on the mic as everyone thinks he is. Yes, he's refreshing, and he is good. But against Punk, you're going to have to bring more than you lost in UFC jokes. because he's obviously ready for that. So you gotta bring your A game. And I think Punk would take you to school. Another quick question about Punk. Do we think he signs with AEW if he was a success in UFC? Do you think he was banking on being a success in UFC so he could go back to WWE as a bigger star? And now that AEW is around, now he can just go back for the love of wrestling instead of going back to try to be spiteful and proving someone wrong. Think about that.
Can you deal with that?